Welcome to Chinatown, a New York City neighborhood brimming with history and culture. Nestled in Lower Manhattan, Chinatown is one of the oldest and most vibrant ethnic enclaves in the United States. Its streets, buildings, and spaces tell the story of generations of immigrants, the survival and the triumph of a community whose influence continues to shape the city today. The architecture of Chinatown reflects its deep roots in New York City, with structures dating back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries. As the neighborhood grew, so did its physical form, initially driven by the need for affordable housing and space for small businesses. These buildings, often narrow and stacked, were constructed quickly to accommodate a fast-growing immigrant population. Here, traditional Chinese architectural elements blend within the modern urban landscape. You'll notice these decorative touches, like vibrant red lanterns, carved wood, and ceramic tiles. As each generation of immigrants arrived in Manhattan, they brought with them the aesthetics and traditions of their homeland that were then integrated into the island's streetscapes, conveying a message of belonging both to the city and to a distant homeland. In a city like New York, where space is scarce, the use of verticality in architecture is essential, and Chinatown's multi-story buildings are a perfect example of how this neighborhood adapted to urban challenges. Chinatown's strength pulses through every brick and beam. When Chinese immigrants first arrived in New York in the late 1800s, they were met with exclusion laws and a lack of support. Yet, against all odds, they transformed the architectural landscape, turning neglected spaces into resilient structures that became the heart of a thriving cultural hub. Today, Chinatown continues to be a vibrant center of Chinese American culture. However, it has faced similar pressures that many historic and ethnically significant neighborhoods undergo, like gentrification and the ongoing challenge of preserving its identity while adapting to the changing urban environment and the use of new technologies. Despite these obstacles, Chinatown thrives. Every year, festivities pour into the streets. Just as they have done for generations, the neighborhood celebrates the Lunar New Year, a symbol of not just a new beginning, but also the preservation and continuity of Chinese culture in this city. The traditional celebrations are just as much about culture as they are about the space itself. The streets, shops, and apartment buildings become part of the story. Chinatown's architecture is an expression of how the constant flow of immigrants has shaped and reshaped the city. Prevailing alone in Manhattan for almost 200 years, it showcases a visual representation of the community's endurance and strength. From the design of the buildings to the rhythms of everyday life, Chinatown shows how architecture can capture the essence of a community, preserving its past while evolving forward into the future. It's a celebration of culture, where every structure is a reflection of the people who shape it and the stories they carry with them. Thank you for joining us in this journey through Chinatown in New York City. If you enjoy learning about this neighborhood, please like, comment, and subscribe for more architectural and urban explorations. We love to hear your thoughts on how your community's architecture reflects its history and culture. Let us know in the comments below. And until next time, keep exploring and stay inspired.